are jalapeno peppers from our garden this year. After harvest, I split the peppers in two, pulled out the seeds, and froze the halves. After thawing, I lay them out, cut side down, on my smoker mats. With the smoker set to 250 degrees Fahrenheit, I add soaked wood chips every 2 hours for a total of 8 hours. I grind the peppers into a powder. Voila, Chipotle seasoning. This is Coral Sunset Peony root. Growing up, my mother grew peonies, and their sweet aroma is a memory from my childhood that I'd like to replicate here on our property. I buried the root sprout side up an inch or two below soil level and covered with a few inches of mulch. I'm adding some garden space to the rain garden and planting a second peony root here as well. compost pile is full, so we have been dumping our mulched leaves on top of the elderberry bed. I have grown a few different varieties of garlic in the past with varying success. This will be my first time growing music, which is a variety brought to North America from Italy in the 1980s. Music is known for having large, flavorful cloves and is quite hardy in the Northern Hemisphere. Remove the outermost papery shell from the cloves, being sure to leave the skin on the garlic cloves themselves. The skin protects the clove from rot and disease when it's in the ground. Well, I made my first major filming error on this channel and didn't get the garlic filmed when I was planting it the other day. I think I pressed the record button but didn't press it hard enough. So then I did my stuff, and when I went to get a different camera angle, I turned the camera off, but in fact I was turning it on, so I filmed everything in between the shots that I wanted to get. Sorry. So underneath all this straw, pine straw, is actual straw. So what I did, because we practice no-till gardening here, because I'm a lazy gardener and I like it easy, I took this pointed marker stake, moved the mulch to the side, stuck it down in the ground about 3 inches and kind of made a hole. I made 12 holes in here, took the garlic cloves with the pointed side up, and at the base you'll see where the roots form. Stick it down in the hole about 2 or 3 inches, pointed side up, backfill with the soil, cover with the straw mulch. After I did all that, I came through with a bucket of ash from the fire pit, sprinkled the ash on top of everything. As you can see, we got snow early this morning, so as that all melts, and we might get some rain yet before winter actually hits, that'll kind of force the nutrients from that ash down into the soil to benefit the garlic growing next season. The reason you plant the garlic in the fall is to give it a chance to get its roots established before the hard freeze comes in and locks everything up, and it goes dormant for the winter. And then right away in the spring, when the ground starts to thaw, it'll send its green top up and it'll take off growing right away. So after I put the ash down, then I came back with the pine straw that you saw me collect off the neighbor's yard in an earlier video, and covered it with a good 3, 4, 5 inches of pine straw. And as this breaks down, it acidifies the soil a little bit, and garlic likes a little bit more of an acidic soil. So I think that's everything I did that didn't get on camera, and we'll jump to me actually putting the straw on now. Sorry again. I usually grow around 50 heads of garlic in one of my larger raised beds, but this season I'll be growing just 12. I plan to save most of what we harvest next year as seed to plant again in 2021 for a larger harvest in 2022. These are common milkweed pods that I harvested off public land around us. Each pod is filled with a couple hundred seeds that are attached to a silky fuzz known as floss. These particular pods aren't quite ripe yet and would likely have opened up within a week or two. Notice how the fluff isn't quite, well, fluffy just yet. After pulling the seeds out of the pods, I put them in a gallon bag to work around with my fingers, separating the seeds from the floss. During World War II, milkweed floss was used in flotation devices to keep soldiers afloat. 1 pound of this fluff can keep a 150-pound man floating for more than 40 hours. Folks looking to earn some extra money during the war could make 15 to 20 cents per open mesh bag of harvested milkweed floss for this purpose. Milkweed floss is also 6 times warmer than wool, which means it could offer a plant-based alternative as a clothing insulator. I don't have any plans for this milkweed floss because I don't intend on making any life preservers or insulating any clothes with it anytime soon. So there's still a few seeds in here attached to some of the fluff. What I'm going to do is pack the shoot on my leaf blower with this and then disperse it out into my wildflowers, and maybe some of it'll take root next year, maybe not. Alright, let's see what happens. That was a little anticlimactic. Besides boasting beautiful clumps of flowers, milkweed plays a vital role in the life cycle of monarch butterflies. Monarch caterpillars only eat milkweed. The milkweed plant provides all of the nourishment the monarch needs to transform from caterpillar into the adult butterfly. Unfortunately, these plants are rapidly disappearing due to habitat loss and the widespread spraying of weed killers. Milkweed seeds need to undergo stratification before they are able to germinate. Stratification is the process of simulating winter conditions in order for germination to occur. Because we are sowing the seeds in the fall, Mother Nature will naturally take care of this for us, and we will not have to artificially replicate the process.